In this video, we are talking about a ton of Switch 2 games that are coming out over the next 2 months. The Switch has been out for 2 months, so let's talk about everything that you should get excited about that's coming up soon. So let's go ahead and talk about it. First off, we have a Drag X Drive, which comes out August 14th, which is not that far away. It's next week. So I've actually already played this game, and I can tell you from playing the demo firsthand, this game is absolutely fun. Now, there is a little bit about it that's a little weird and wacky, but I think once it kind of catches on and people are playing it, I'll think they'll understand why it's so much fun. Now, if you've ever played Rocket League, this is very, very similar to that, but basketball instead of soccer. And instead of a car, you're racing around on a wheelchair, which is totally awesome. Now, when you boot this game up, or the demo, you actually learn how to use the wheels with the mouse, which is really awesome. I love how the Joy-Con 2s actually utilize this. It makes it really awesome. But once you kind of figure out how to play, they throw you into games. You're basically playing basketball online, or I think locally, and you basically wheel around on the court and you play basketball. There's some cool trick shots you can do. You can like grind on the rails of the ledges, which is pretty interesting. But overall, I think this is a game that is out of left field from Nintendo, but I think once people kind of grasp it, they get to play it, they're going to understand it. Also, I love that they're kind of shouting out people who are disabled and kind of giving them a game for themselves, because that really doesn't happen in games. So that's really cool. But I definitely think this is a game that I'm going to have to pick up. Like, we're a week away from this, and I'm already planning on picking it up next week. So if you're watching the channel, which you obviously are, make sure you're subscribed. That way you'll see when I pick it up and what I think about it once it actually releases. But so far from playing the demo and watching these trailers, this game looks like a ton of fun, and I can't wait for it. Also releasing next week on August 14th is Madden 26, which is an EA Sports American football game that looks pretty basic, but I think this is something that's very interesting and kind of brings some new light to us with EA and Nintendo in a good way. The last time there was an EA Sports Madden game, or the last Madden game, on a Nintendo console was actually the Wii U, and it was Madden 13. That was 13 years ago when it released, which is absolutely crazy to think about, that the Switch didn't have a Madden game at all. So when I saw that this was coming out, I thought this is going to be an interesting game. Now, don't get me wrong. I think I'm going to wait for this to go down in price, but I love the aspect of playing it on the go. Now, to be fair and honest with you, I'm not a huge football game fan, but I did actually own Madden 13 on the Wii U back in the day when it released on the Wii U, because at that point there weren't very many Wii games or Wii U games, and I ended up finding it for cheap, so I grabbed it, and honestly, I had a ton of fun. I had TV going, I was playing it. It's a fun little thing to do. Now, I'm not going to be playing it all that much, but if I can find Madden 26 in 6 months for half the price, I'll probably end up picking it up and having some fun with it. But I think this really opens up the door for EA Sports to come back to Nintendo. Now, I know there was some football, soccer games that were on the Switch before, but honestly, not many people in America play soccer, or it's not one of the higher sports that people enjoy. So I'm kind of interested to see if EA branches out and brings us maybe like NHL, because I would absolutely love that on the go. Like, as a hockey fan, that's going to catch my eye. Honestly, I don't really play too many sports games, so if a hockey game comes to the Switch 2, you know I'm going to pick it up. Then this next one is a little weird because it's actually Kirby in the Forgotten Land, but it's also coming with extra DLC for the Switch 2 copy, which is called Crossed World. And this is actually coming out August 28th, which is only a few weeks away. And Now you're probably thinking, Eric, you've already played this game. Why would you want to go back and play it again? One, I absolutely love this Kirby game. It's probably one of my top 3. I don't know if I'm going to say it's my favorite, but it's definitely up there. And I haven't played it in a while, so I feel like when I go back to it, it's going to be a ton of fun. So when I saw that this was coming back out for the Switch 2, I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to play it, but then I realized there's more content and I'll absolutely enjoy it. So when this game comes out, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to pick this up. Now, probably, I don't know, am I going to pick it up the day it releases? Maybe. That's a maybe. I might wait a little bit to see if I can find a used copy, but if it comes out and is $60 and it's not 70 or 80, I might think about getting it, but we'll just have to see. I really enjoyed Kirby in the Forgotten Land. The game was absolutely amazing. The gameplay was awesome. It was kind of like a pseudo open world Kirby game. I really enjoyed it, and I definitely had a ton of fun with it. So I'm gonna have to pick it up for the Switch too. It's just an obvious thing for me. Moving on to Shinobi Art of Vengeance, which does come out August 29th, which looks like it's going to be absolutely awesome. And I cannot wait to play this. When I saw it get announced in the Nintendo Direct and I saw the artwork, I was like, that right there, I'm gonna pick this up. I saw how beautiful and awesome it looked. And it really looks like a good kind of retro feeling platformer, and it's a Shinobi game. I've absolutely loved Shinobi games all the way back to the Sega Genesis, which is kind of why I put this on this list. The gameplay, the nostalgia of Shinobi itself, and the artwork, I think all of those together are going to be why I end up picking this up. Now, do I know too much about this? Honestly, not really. The trailer was pretty short, but when I saw it, I kind of thought, okay, I'm going to have to pick this up and give it a try because this looks like a game I'll definitely enjoy. So when this comes out at the end of the month, I think I'm definitely going to pick this up on launch day. If I can find a physical copy, I'm definitely going to, but if it's on the digital eShop, I might wait. We'll just have to see how that goes. And then we've got Pac-Man World 2 Repack coming out September 26th, which is going to be absolutely awesome. Now, if you didn't know, this is basically a remaster of the GameCube game, and I cannot wait. I saw how much better this looks in the Direct or the game trailer, and honestly, I was like, okay, I'm going to pick this up. I know it's probably going to be cheaper if I pick it up on the GameCube, which I actually think I have it in my collection. I'll have to look, but honestly, I am super stoked to play this. I really haven't played Pac-Man World 2 or the first one in a very long time, so when I saw this got announced, I was like, okay, I gotta make a note of that. I'm definitely going to enjoy it. The gameplay is a ton of fun. I absolutely love playing it back in the day. So kind of getting back to that nostalgia feel, like I said earlier, kind of works with this game. It's a GameCube game that is coming to the Switch too, which I absolutely love because, well, we don't have another way to play GameCube games that aren't those 4 that are on the GameCube online. So if they're going to bring it out for the Switch 2, I'm absolutely going to love it and pick it up and play it. Now, do I wish it was on the Switch Online and I didn't have to pay for it? Yes. We'll be honest here, yes. But I kind of like it that it's going to, hopefully, from what I was reading, it looks like it's getting a physical. But if I'm wrong, I'll still probably pick it up and play it. It looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. It looks much better than it did on the GameCube for obvious reasons. So I can't wait to play this. And I even have a GameCube controller, so I'll probably end up using that to play it when it comes out. And then we've got Borderlands 4, which comes out October 3rd, which blew my mind when this got announced. I was kind of surprised that this is coming to the Switch 2, to be honest, but I think that kind of proves that the Switch 2 is as powerful as it needs to be to run something like Borderlands, so I'm really excited to play this. I haven't played Borderlands in quite a while, to be honest with you. I absolutely loved playing it on the Xbox 360 back in the day, and so when they announced that it's coming back, I was like, okay, I love this game. I'm gonna play it. We'll have to see how it plays and if it's as good as some of the others. But honestly, when I saw it, I was like, okay, that's going to be a game I pick up when it releases. I hope I can get a physical copy of it because, as you know, I like collecting physical. So when I see that this is coming out, I'm definitely going to go and try to grab it on launch day because I think it's one of those games that when it releases, I'm going to have a ton of fun playing it with myself and maybe playing it online with some friends. But what do you think? Is this game going to be worth it, or is it going to kind of fall the wayside of games that had a good series and then after a while they came back and then the game that they came back on wasn't as good? I'm not sure, but I really hope it's as good as those others because those were so awesome, so funny, and I absolutely loved them. And then since it's going to already be October, Little Nightmares 3 is coming out October 10th, which is a good time to come out considering October is Halloween. Like, we're not that far, only 2 months away from Halloween, and I'm excited to play this. I absolutely loved the first 2 games. Absolutely top down. From the beginning to the end, these are kind of the type of games that I like. I like the weird, the wacky, these kind of vibe chilling, I don't know what you want to call it, but I absolutely love how you can just kick back, relax, enjoy the story, wander through, and have a fun blast of a spooky kind of ambiance and atmosphere within the Little Nightmares series so far, and I think the third one is going to be just the same. So honestly, I know this one's probably one of those that you could probably wait and get for a lot cheaper, but I think this coming out in October around Halloween is going to be perfect for me. I'm going to pick it up, play it, it'll get me in the Halloween spirit, and I'll just have so much fun. It's definitely a game that I'm going to have to grab. And then we've got a Pokemon game coming to the Switch too, which we've all been waiting for, and that's Pokemon Legends ZA. This releases October 16th, and I have mixed feelings about this. I absolutely loved Pokemon Legends Arceus, and so I definitely think I'm going to love Pokemon Legends ZA, but honestly, I wish these Pokemon games looked better. Now, I absolutely have got to say, before I say that, I absolutely love the gameplay. I'll have a ton of fun. This will definitely be a game I pick up day one. It's something I'm really excited to play because when Legends Arceus came out, I absolutely loved it. And so I'm hoping that this is kind of in that same vein. So we'll just have to see. I know the last, regular mainline Pokemon series games, they had some problems and I didn't really play them, to be honest with you. But Legends Arceus was so awesome. I'm really hoping Legends ZA is the same. So when this comes out in October on the 16th, I'm definitely going to have to grab this, but I'm fearful. I fear that this game is not going to be as good and I'm going to be disappointed. But then again, it's a Pokemon game. I'm going to have fun with the gameplay. I'll just probably wish it looked better. And I feel like with the Switch 2, it should look better, but we'll just have to wait and see if that's the case. Then I think this last game is one that I'm probably going to be the most stoked upon when it comes out, and that is Once Upon a Katamari. If you didn't know or haven't seen the channel before, I love Katamari. It is so much fun, and not enough people play it, and I don't understand why. They think maybe there's only 1 or 2 games back on the PS2, and they just overlook it. That's a shame because the series is absolutely amazing, and I love it. So when this comes out, October 24th, you know I'm going to have to pick it up. Now, if you've never played the game before, you're basically like this prince who is trying to save whatever, whether it's the world, the universe, whatever, and you're basically rolling a ball around and picking up things that are smaller than you and kind of figuring out your way around the map to get big enough to go to another part of the map. And you just kind of get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're just rolling around having fun. The theme songs so far in the series are stuck in my head all the time. Once I play this, I know for sure that it's going to be stuck in my head even more. But this is a game that, from all of these games so far that are coming out over the next 2 months, I think this is a game that just got announced that I am probably the most excited for. I cannot wait till this comes out. Now, I have a feeling that November and December are going to have a bunch of other games that are coming out, but I didn't look that far in advance. I kind of wanted to see what the next 2 months held for us, and then I'll do another video like this one for those months, because once the holidays comes out, there's going to be even more games coming out for the systems, so I cannot wait. But I want to know what you think. Did you enjoy this list of upcoming Switch 2 games, or do you think there's something missing and you wish more Switch 2 games were actually coming out before the holiday? Just let me know down below in the comments. See what you're excited about and what you kind of aren't. I just want to know what you think. But enough about that. I got to get out of here, so check that video out right there if you haven't already. I think, like I said, Drag Drive's going to be absolutely amazing. The Katamari game's going to be a ton of fun. Little Nightmares 3. All of these games on this list I'm going to play at some point, but some of them I might wait to get where I can pick up a used copy. But enough about that. I got to get out of here, so check that video out if you haven't already.